Chittesh Maheshwari. Welcome to Anand International, and we are here to talk about the minimalistic lifestyle that you follow. I've heard a lot about it from my seniors, and I was kind of curious to know that what this is actually about.
So, first of all, the minimalistic concept. I mean, there are various ideas around that. So, let me ask you what your idea of minimalism is.
If I think about a minimalistic lifestyle, I would probably think less stuff, probably not too extravagant things, and very limited things. So, am I even close?
So, yeah, so minimalism is not about, completely taking stuff out of your life. It's like whatever I love, I only focus on those things. And the rest of the things I take out of my life. So, that becomes my minimalistic approach. Same way, whatever you love, you basically define your life around those things. Stuff like that. That's it.
So, what all aspects do you think works with the minimalism? Like, where all can I apply this?
So every aspect of life, like for example, I can just say about my life, is I started off with understanding that I am not into clothes, brands, eating out, etc. So I started off defining those things as what I love, and then the entire lifestyle continues around that.
So, how did you begin with this idea? Where did you find this?
Obviously, we're consuming a lot. The global warming, there's a lot of narrative around that the consumption is a huge problem, etc. So all those things were going on. Then I, started reading about minimalism, saw a few documentaries, realized that being in India also, it's not that we consume less.
Yes.
So that's where we figured out that now, even we think that we're consuming less, but still the consumption is like 5 to 7 worlds are required if people like us actually, the kind of consumption that we have, 5 to 7 worlds are required.
God, that's huge.
So that was an eye-opener setup for me. So I said, let's start step by step, and then it happened.
So it's like a really big realization when we see the things around us.
That's right. I started off in like 2017. Then 2-3 years, it was a very limited kind of an experience. Then COVID happened. COVID actually made us realize as a community that the bare necessities were only that were required.
Yes.
So that enhanced the entire experience.
People really felt that during COVID that there was very limited resources.
And you
We
could survive.
actually made it.
You
Yeah.
could survive. Yeah. So
We
then
made that.
we continued.
Definitely, that was one very different lifestyle that we experienced.
That's right.
So, anybody around you who does this?
A lot of people do it in their own perspective, in their own manner. But more of the people that are doing it is in Bangalore, Pune, the metros that are there. South India, they have been minimalists for like ages, and it is growing. It is growing. People understand that it's a headache to have more things in life. So it is growing, and everybody does it in their own manner.
So, you and your family, all of you guys follow the minimalism.
Yeah. So my wife is like a green trainer. She walks. She takes it to the other level. So obviously, there's the old age that it's refuse, reduce, and recycle. So first of all, the steps that if you want to actually think about how do you do that, you first have to refuse.
Yeah.
You don't use stuff. Then if you have to use stuff, then reduce the consumption around that. And in case after consuming, give the process of recycling. So my wife is a complete sustainable thought process. We create our own bioenzymes, natural activities, have our own garden where she grows microgreens, etc. So wherever small steps, it's not like life changing in anything, but any small steps basically enhance the entire experience.
So, this is like you take a small step towards a bigger impact, but it starts obviously with a small.
Yeah, you
finish.
definitely feel happier. Obviously, you're impacting the environment by not consuming. So yeah, in a way, you can say that there is an impact to the environment.
Definitely. So, this lifestyle does make us feel a little bit more aware, a little bit better about how we are, treating our environment.
True. So there is one more formula that I use personally. That whenever I want to consume something out of impulse or something, I decide in my mind that whether I can take 2 of those, or if I take, let's say, like a 100 rupee thing, So can I, put the other 100 rupees to something that is basically negating the entire impact? If that's too costly for me, that I don't take it.
That is.
So that helps.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's really smart.
Yeah.
So, what tips do you have like for people who are just starting out? Like people are discovering this new thing, and people are interested.
Yeah, I don't know whether, because this is very individualistic, so I don't know if the tips would help anybody, but I would say that, yeah, start off with whatever you love, define what you like, and you're not able to give time to that. Just get that as a starting point. Just make sure whatever distracts you from that particular thing, take those things out. If you feel that you're socializing too much but you want to read, stop going out. Just have a few friends which are like really good friends to you, and then build around those things.
Can you give us some examples where you do this? Like one particular thing for starters.
Yeah, so I have stopped buying clothes. I do not buy clothes, and even if I buy clothes, it's basically like once in like 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. For that, I have to maintain my weight, so I so I basically eat mostly in house. I do not take junk. Again, I love reading, so I focus on getting more books. So the time is consumed in reading, so I don't go out and socialize a lot with people. Only the people I want to, then are the people I spend time with. So those are the one step would basically, it will be a chain reaction. If you do one thing, spend time on that, the other things by default would go out of your life.
We have to start somewhere and then it follows.
Yeah, it simply will follow. It's a flow.
That's great. So I think this was really enlightening. Do you have any more stories that you can share?
There's a lot of stories, but that's what it is. It's like those are my stories. People may not relate to those kind of things. But yeah, minimalism, one thing I can tell you that it simplifies your life to the extent that you will really, really fall in love with your life. You will look forward to getting up in the morning and not be stressed about anything at all.
That's a dream.
Yeah, it truly is nirvana. Truly is nirvana.
It's really great.
Yeah.
I've been really impressed by how you're doing this. There are very less people who are determined but then actually pull this off. So it's really inspiring to see that people are, really determined and you're doing really great with this. So
hopefully we'll continue.
Definitely. So you are on such a good track and we love that you believe in it. I think that makes it a huge success. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you, sir.